Hi everyone, this is Jiro, and today the topic will be debating about the future prospect of the public sector job market, and I would like to get a view and the advice from one of our guests for today's interview. His name is Michael. He got a few year expertise and experience in the public sector. So the main purpose for today's interview is to get the advice from Michael and the recommendation from him. So with the hope that we can a bit of motivation for the young generation and the job seeker, they can continue to learn and improve their knowledge in order that they can secure their first dream job in the corporate world. So okay, before starting to the main topic, let's get Michael to introduce himself to the rest of the audience.
Hi, I'm Michael. I work in the WA public sector. Been working about 9 years now. The Department of Commerce, mainly working with data. When you gain experience in the environment, you know what's going on in the environment after a while. The basic thing is keep applying. If you're not, successful, just keep applying. Like with the public sector, you have to address the selection criteria, and basically there's help online. Just type in selection criteria. Things will come out and you have to read. The more you read, the more you practice, the better it is.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for the very substantial and solid introduction about your background and your work experience. So I got a question for you, Michael. What are your views and perspective about the WA job market in particular? And especially, are there any opportunity for the fresh graduate student or a young employee who want to secure a position in the WA job market? What are your views, Michael?
Well, at the moment, like the WA job market, I think goes through a boom-bust cycle, as boom and bust, basically because of the mining industry. We're very much linked with it. When mining is good or picked up, the budget's better and the government's hiring and everybody's hiring. Depending on your expertise, I think at the moment it's quite good to apply for jobs and stuff.
So there plenty opportunity for the job seeker. They can get a position in the public sector and even the private sector.
At the moment, it's quite good because mining is picking up again, and what a lot of people tend to do is they try mining first, doing whatever because the wages are higher and all that stuff. But mining is, you got to put up with the remoteness. If you don't like the remoteness,
that's a bit of a disadvantage for the
I think at the moment it's quite good. You can look for the mining sector, good money, but remote. Privately you can do it as well, but the private sector, I don't know too much about recruitment in the private sector, in recent times because I've been with the government. But pretty much just keep on applying. There's a lot of materials online. And then don't be afraid to ring up and ask for information or, help is online, but the main thing is keep going, keep applying because you will fail a lot and then you will get that job, because I fail a lot, but don't think about the failure, just think numbers game, statistics, right? If you put in X amount
of effort and time.
You put in the time. If you feel like something's not working, or you got to practice, you got to have a plan. Have a plan and stick to it. If it's really not working, you feel like giving up. If you want to change industry, whatever, or change jobs, whatever, just always have a plan. Always be willing to work hard.
I think I absolutely agree with your point, Michael. I think whatever we do even we get rejected or we fail from a job interview, what we can do the best is just make a reflection in ourselves, see that what really make us to fail for the job. So from that point of view, we can continue to learn. That's the only way we can improve ourselves. I got one more question. That's the last question for you. So what is your advice and tip for the young millennials, especially for the job seeker? So what is your advice in terms of the building up the resume, and how do they apply for a job? Do they need to gain any kind of confidence in themselves in order to secure a job?
Well, look, I think just have more patience, right? The world don't own you anything. Okay, you gotta earn it, and to earn that, you gotta work hard for it. That's basically it. If you're a millennial, I come across millennials and stuff. They seem too impatient and think they're entitled. You have to work hard for it. Everybody works hard for it. Like, I'm in the position where I am because I work hard for it, and so does the rest of the world. But you work hard, you will get the results. But be patient. Just be patient.
Thank you, Michael. That's a very valuable advice and tip for everyone. And I think from that point of view, I think there's a future prospect for the young millennial, and especially for the